Is this game against the New England Patriots Dan Campbell's most important as Detroit Lions head coach so far? Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell if you want. We're on a push to 6K, trying to get there by the end of this month. So you can help me do that. If you've been watching for a while, I would appreciate it. Before we get started with the main topic of this video, shout out to my guy, Detroit Lions Pride. He let me know this information before I read about it. Former Detroit Lion wide receiver Mohamed Sanu was brought in for a workout yesterday. Now, obviously, I didn't know that when I made the video, but it's been no word if he's been signed or not, but he did come for a workout. Now, Mohamed spent some time with the Detroit Lions during the Matt Patricia era. He then went on to the San Francisco 49ers and was actually cut by the Miami Dolphins. Sanu came through in the clutch the year that he was here. Didn't have a ton of catches, but he was quite reliable. I actually didn't even know he was still in the league, so that's what's up. So Mohamed Sanu, we got a lot of injuries at receiver, and apparently we are probably running out. Now, I'm kind of a bit surprised because Andy Isabella was there on the waiver wire, and we didn't pick him up. I don't know if anybody did, but maybe he might have been too much. His contract might have been too much of a thing. So let me know below. The Detroit Lions go in to Gillette Stadium, and we not only don't face Tom Brady, but we face Bill Belichick and former head coach Matt Patricia. Now, this is the first time we will have seen Matt Patricia since him being fired in November of 2020. And we all want to forget about that time that Coach Patricia was here. We all know the story by now, firing Jim Caldwell, who is 9-7, bringing in the culture change. No one on the team appreciated the culture change and how Matt Patricia was doing it. He then brings in 18 former New England Patriots to make up a third of the Detroit Lions roster. Most of those individuals, if not all of them, I think Trey Flowers was the last New England Patriot to be on the team. And we still got a couple days from the game, so we have time to do our injury reports and preview and prediction stuff. I saw an article from SB Nation, Mike Payton, and he brought up a good point. Is this Dan Campbell's most important game of his Detroit Lions tenure? Now, Dan Campbell's record as Detroit Lions head coach is 4-16-1. And we are in what people consider year 2 of a rebuild. But Mike brought out something that I think was an interesting topic of conversation. Now, this information comes from SB Nation. Matt Patricia's run with the Lions represents one of the worst, if not the worst, eras in Lions history. You look at this guy and you're reminded about the Darius Slay and Quandre Diggs trades. You're reminded of that humiliating Monday night loss to the Jets, the embarrassing time he yelled at a local reporter, how he never admitted to a mistake, and how his regime tore down the Lions to bare studs before getting fired mid-season. You remember that picture of Sheila Hemp Ford holding her head in her hands on Thanksgiving Day. Plain and simple, Matt Patricia is public enemy number 1 in Detroit. A loss in this game represents something far worse than just having a 1-4 record. It'll likely be a loss that kills any esteem that surrounds this Lions team. The confidence will be gone. You couldn't beat the guy that hurt Lions fans so much. Lions fans will turn on Campbell if this game goes sideways. A 1-4 start is bad enough in year 2 with a somewhat light schedule to start the year. Throw in a loss to Patricia while having a defense just as bad as the one he left here, and most, if not all, of the goodwill Campbell has gotten could be gone. I'm not saying that a loss here ends everything for Campbell, but it will put things severely behind the A-ball. Campbell and company will likely be put into a situation where they're going to have to earn trust and respect back from Lions fans. They'll have to turn things around in a hurry to make people forget that Lions allowed Thanos to wipe out half the universe population. I certainly would envy anyone who has to be in that position. So do you agree with Mike Payton? Do you think that this is Dan Campbell's most important game to date as Detroit Lions head coach? I can agree with him. I really can. We gave Dan Campbell the ultimate pass in year 1 because we knew what Patricia had done to this team. We also knew when he got hired, and that first year wasn't going right. You could hear the rumblings from Slay, Diggs, other guys, media, that this guy was destroying this team. We said that he put us back 6 years. And if you think about it, that's exactly what's happening now. We'll just round Matt Patricia's up to 3 years. Then we'll add Dan Campbell's year 1. And where are we at? Year 2 of Dan Campbell. Add those together, that's 5 years. A lot of people don't even expect us to be competitive till next year. Next year will be the 6th year since firing Jim Caldwell, and we still are working on having a decent team. This year we have a fantastic offense, and our defense is literally the opposite end of the spectrum. So I think that this could be Dan Campbell's most important game. I know I want them to win. Just seeing Matt Patricia on the sideline is going to just irritate me. The beard, the pencil, the hat, the face, it's just going to bother me. So I agree. Not only is it a season-changing win, it is basically a revenge game. I'm calling it that. I started calling it when I saw it on the schedule. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think? In Dan Campbell's 21 games as Detroit Lions head coach, this will be number 22. Do you think that this is his most important game and that a win is absolutely necessary? I do. I agree 100%. You got a chance, even though Matt Patricia is not the head coach. Trust me, he will never coach again, not at the professional level in the National Football League. No Detroit Lions head coach has become a head coach anywhere else inside the NFL. So that's not anything you got to worry about. But just because he's there, even if he was on the sideline as a ball boy, we got to get it, man. We have to take this game. So let me know what you think below. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Got the preview prediction coming for the Lions Patriots probably in the next few days. So look out for that. Subscribe. Help me get to 6K by November 1st. That would be awesome. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions.